Hi everyone, today I'm at a press event where Hyundai has brought down all the new cars for people like us to test drive, and today I will be testing out the new 2021 Hyundai Tucson. So let's do a quick walk around this car, and as you can see, the front end looks very nice on this car. As you can see, it's got this like V-shaped grille with the headlights integrated into the grille style. I'll just pop up the DRLs and the main beams in a second and you'll see how cool that looks. Once again, on the side as well, creases. Hyundai love doing this crease thing that isn't actually very cheap to do. Unfortunately, the Ioniq 5 doesn't come with any cladding, but this car does. I'm not really a big fan of cladding on cars as it just makes them look very, let's say, ugly. But given it's an SUV, you know, we can let it off. Anyway, coming round the back of this car, once again, brushed aluminium right here, all the way from the front to the back. And it's got this nice striking design to it. The back end is just as good as the front end. As you can see, very triangular lights. Many things on this car that are super cool. The Hyundai badge is in the rear windscreen. It's not a physical badge. It's just plonked on right there and covered up by some glass. Now, you're probably wondering, where on earth is the rear wiper on this car? And it is slotted right underneath that spoiler. Very well thought of. No afterthoughts with this car. And for that, I do have to give it some credit. Anyway, we have spoken enough of the exterior of the Tucson. Let's jump into the interior of this car and see what it's like. Many people say they don't really like the interior of the Tucson. I do. I think it's a massive step forward for this car. You've got this like vent, right? This vent, it starts from the B pillar. Well, it's not physical vent here, but it starts here and it goes all the way to the center console. Reminds me of something out of a Bentley Bentayga. Someone mentioned that and I can't get it out of my head, and he's not wrong. As for the infotainment system, it is mounted lower down than the usual Hyundai cars. So yeah, not in your line of sight, but it is on this slant, so it's, you know, not that big of an issue. The buttons and controls, so the gear selector in this car, they are just buttons. It's no actual physical selector, and it reminds me of something out of a Acura. If you've seen those cars, you'll know what I'm on about. Anyway, 4-spoke steering wheel, the same one you'd find in the Bayon, I believe. Some nice, these are actually plastic, I believe, but they do look cool. Got parking camera. Nice and wide, but the quality on it, the resolution isn't that great, I would say. Also, there is 2 modes to the reversing camera. There is just a top down, well, just one for, you know, if you're getting close to a car, and a proper wide angle. Yeah, lots of cool tech in this car, as well as the instrument cluster. The instrument cluster in these Hyundais, they are bang on. Whoever made them, you've done an amazing job, because they are so clear. The let's just say whatever, if you want to switch modes, just look how cool the animation is in that little sequence, and it just goes all carbon fibery and yeah, puts you in the mood, sets you in the mood, and that's something you want. If this car had a sunroof, it would be much better, but unfortunately there's no sunroof in this car. Anyway, let's just check out the rear seats, because a lot of people probably are wondering what it's like in the back of there. There's a lot of space in the rear seats in the back of this car, and I must say, wow, that's fantastic. Just look at this headroom. I'm 6 foot, by the way, and just look at that knee room. Yeah. Wow. There's a lot of room, and that's fantastic. I'm wondering if that's into any boot space. Probably not. Anyway, that's enough of the rear seats. Oh, that's fascinating. So the middle seat belt, it's not actually here. It's up there. I wonder how that works. I wonder what the operation behind that is. Probably really uncomfortable. Anyway, I think I've waffled on about the interior, exterior and boot space enough. So I think it's time we took this car, or the Tucson, for a drive. Right guys, now let's go for a drive in the 2021 Hyundai Tucson Premium. If we just turn on the car, Hyundai's chime right there. I think it's in full EV mode at the moment. If we could actually switch the mode, so automatic mode, hybrid mode, and Okay, maybe not EV mode as the battery is low. Let's pop it into reverse. Big brakes being put to some work today. Anyway, yeah, very large car to maneuver. Well, maneuver. Right, now let's go for a drive. Okay, so I did mention, or maybe I've probably cut it out, the boot in this car isn't too big, but compared to its rivals, it is a compact SUV, don't forget, at the end of the day. And yeah, like I said, compared to its rivals, it's actually quite large, so you can forgive it in that sense. In terms of what it's like to drive though, well, the hybrid motor is a bit temperamental, let's just say. Let's just check out sport mode in this car. Bring it down a few gears. Unfortunately, we can't do that because there's a car coming. So, can we drop it down to 1? Right. Yeah. Now, this is the 1.6 litre 4-cylinder plug-in hybrid, and it does come with about 265 PS, so it's not a slouch at all. It does about 0 to 60 in about 8.6 seconds, and it tops out at 119 miles per hour. So yeah, once again, very quick, but this car is more fun to look at and sit in than to drive, because the drive, all right, it's okay, but it could just be a little bit better. It's not really that sophisticated in the sense of like handling and stuff, as you know, it's quite heavy. This is an SUV, compact SUV, and cars like these aren't really supposed to handle that well anyway. It's a plug-in hybrid, and so you're probably wondering what on earth is the battery range. EV range, absolutely 0. So yeah, 38 miles of EV range, absolutely nothing. That's probably going to get you to the shops and back, and yeah, you ran out of EV battery for the day. Also, if we go back, there is a quiet mode in this car. In quiet mode, radio/media is played only in the front seats. Volume level will be limited to value 7. That's pretty dope. If you ask me personally, I don't really like the way plug-in hybrid cars drive. It just, the hybrid motor, and this goes to all the cars. I don't think I've sat in a proper hybrid that drives, you know, the engine and the electric motor work really well in conjunction. I'm yet to sit in a car and find a car like that. In all fairness, I don't actually know what it drives like, because the EV range has been absolutely rinsed. Well, not rinsed, but it's all been finished. In terms of the interior, what do you guys think of it? I'm actually quite a big fan of the interior of the Tucson. Hey, I really like this button gear selector thing. It's super cool. I'm a big fan of this. It's like the ones that you find in the Acura. Also the NSX, the Honda NSX uses a very similar layout to this. The distinctive feature with this car though is of course that front end with its distinctive headlights, or the LEDs. Like, you're not gonna miss that. I was actually in front of one of these Tucsons on the motorway today, and I was like, holy crap, that car looks well nice. From the front, from the side, from the back. I think this car is pretty good value for money if you were to go out and buy it. It looks way better than the Toyota RAV4, which is this car's direct competitor, and pretty much any other car. The one thing that I really love is that rear end with its rear light that runs along the center. Anyway, that's it all from me, guys. Thank you for watching, and I hope you did enjoy this first impressions / review of the Hyundai Tucson. Yeah, thanks for watching. Do all the good stuff, like, subscribe, whatever, and I will catch you in my next video. Peace out.